Welcome to my page. I am MARVIN.J, and today we are going to talk about the tree. So when I first started, I had to do a ceiling treatment first. I wanted to do Rebecca's 2024 Icy Diamond Sky. So that's what I started with. I went out to the park and found some branches that fell off the tree. I couldn't get really big ones because it's a small little area, so I need small branches. So I went out and found me some branches that fell at the park that were dried out and whatever, and I just broke, shorter pieces off for the area that I needed them for, and I sprayed some snow power on them. Snow blower on them. This is just one. I have two more I have to spray, and then I think I'm gonna hang them and see what they look like. And I'll go from there to see if I need to go steal a few more from the park. And these are the materials I use to hang them into the ceiling. I have a drill, these small little hooks, and I use some zip ties. And so I have the branches up, and I have the few extra little twigs I was gonna add to the tree. I think I want to go get more branches. I feel like a branch should be on this side kind of along the wall, but we will see. And I'll add some extra things to it. But yep, that's what we got so far. So the branches that I put up wasn't enough, so I had to go back and I had to go get more branches from the park, and I had to wait until the next day to get them at night so people wouldn't think I'm crazy just walking around with these branches. And then I had to get into an Uber. I didn't want people to see me with these branches. So that's what I did. I waited till the next night, went out and got more branches to make it look fuller, because it looked really skimp. Didn't you guys see it? It looked skimp, right? So I did 3 options to see which one I want to use. This is Weeping Garland. This is a decorative white cedar, and this is just regular cedar with some white berries and a pine cone on it. I think I'm going to go with the Weeping Garland. I like the way that looks. And I'm not sure yet, but I think that's going to be the option I choose to add in for the greens. So I got in all the branches I wanted to use, and then I added in fairy lights. I added in pieces of the Weeping Garland. And I added a few crystals in just to get the layout of what it was going to look like. And, what more would I want to add to it. So I like to pre-wire anything that I have to hang. And I like to use floral wire. I don't really like to use the hooks because floral wire is more pliable. So I'm now gonna go in and add my snowflakes and my icicles. I have these icy blue ones here, and I even bought some iridescent ones that I'm gonna put on some crystal chain, like something like this. They're gonna go on the ends of, where is it? Of these, but they're much longer. And I'm gonna add those to the ones that look like this. And I'm gonna hang them from the branches. So I'll be right back to show you guys what it looks like. Oh, and we can't forget that I added fake snow to the branches just by using like cotton. I didn't go get anything special, it's just cotton. And then after I got that on, I stepped back, I looked at it, and I still felt like it needed something else. So I added more lights. I went and got some icicle lights, you know, the big ones that they have for outdoors that hangs from the sides and the corners of your house. Yeah, I went and got those and I hung those up, but that was very difficult because remember, I already had the fairy lights up, and those are intertwined and twirled and wrapped around from branch to branch. So I had to maneuver everything through all those. Then I had to use a staple gun to get it up there to stay. So I had to use at least 6,482 staples so it can stay up there. And it was just very, very, very difficult. After I got that up, I stepped back again and I looked at it and I thought it looked great, but it still was missing something else. So I had to add snow to the wall. I didn't like the look of the wires. I don't like seeing wires. So I added the snow so that I can hide most of the wires. And if I could hide them all, I would. But I was only able to hide so many because there was fairy lights in the way, stopping me from reaching up to the ceiling and stapling. So that is the end for the ceiling treatment. Now let's get on to the tree. For the tree, what I did was I got it out of the box because I was going to use the same tree from last year, but then I changed my mind once I got it up because it looked really small and short. And so I got a 7-foot tree, 7.5, 7.5, whatever, and got it out the box. I was thinking about sending it back, but it looked too good where it was at, so I just left it there. And I added in the extension cord for the lights, and I added in my USB extension cord for the spinners. So you know, you run that along the trunk of your tree and you use zip ties or floral wire or whatever you're going to use to make sure it stays close to the tree. Got that in there, and then I fluffed. Okay, so I have a Christmas tree extension cord. It has a switch here, and it has multiple sockets going down it. So you'll put this at the top of the tree and you will run it down the trunk, and these will go down to the middle and the end, and this will be at the bottom so you can turn it on and off. And this plugs into the wall. So
Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come true. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December is, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is...
you guys, the tree was a process. So after I got all the fluffing done, got the cords on, I went and I started the tree topper. So I got up there and I did the same tree topper that I did last year. I'll probably add a picture in somewhere along here, but I added in I added my tree topper, and then I went to the body of the tree. And usually you would work from your way deep inside the tree and work your way out. But in this instant, I wanted to get all my important balls on the tree first. So that's what I did first. I got all my clear, kind of special looking balls out, and I put those all on the tree first because I really like the way the light shines through those balls on the tree. So I wanted to place them in the perfect spots, and then I would work with the rest of the ornaments. Bow, you will need floral wire, or you can use pipe cleaner. You need some wire cutters or some really strong scissors, and you need some regular scissors, and you need your ribbon. So what you want to do is create a tail, leave some out, and you will crinkle it right here, pinch, leave your tail, have your tail. Then pull it backwards to make a loop, and then you crinkle it down, pinch, and then you take that back long part and you twist it around to put the colored side on the outside, and you'll bring it back to the back, and then you'll pinch it down again all together, and you'll twist it, put the colored side on the outside, and then you'll bring it back again, bring it down, pinch it all together, then twist it, and you want to try to make your loops very even, so they'll be smaller in the front, and as you go back they'll start to gradually get bigger. I'm going to do 4. Then you will cut your wire. Take your wire, wrap it around, pull it as tight and secure as you can, and twist it. And then you have your bow. I'm gonna cut the end off from the row. Look at that, you have a bow. I'm going to ducktail. What's it called, ducktail? I think it is. Ducktail the ends of my ribbon by folding it back and cutting. It gives you a V cut. And then I'll go place it on my tree. is just a quick example of something that you can do for your tree. I'm probably not going to do the exact thing because I'm still waiting for other bits and pieces to come in for my tree topper, because I'm doing the same one from, last year if you see my decorations. But what you can do is something along this line. You will make your bows, and you will, put them into the topper and maneuver and work with the way they are to make them look the way that you want them to look. I would probably do something like this if I was doing something quick, but you know me, I have to be extra. I would, maybe put a bow here, get that in there, something along these lines, and maybe do one over here, share the ribbon, and boom, you have a very nice custom made bow for a tree topper. Yeah, so you guys go out and have fun and experiment on what you can do with your tree topper. So these are all the bits and pieces that I'll be using on my tree. I have this these jeweled fern leaves. I have an iridescent kind of beaded inside ornament, and then I have the ones with the beads on the outside also, in like the, I don't know, this crackle glass you want to call it at the bottom. I'm going to use champagne. I used these last year. We're going to use icicles on the tree, of course, maybe just a few. Blue will be the accent color. The ribbon is going to be blue, white, and sheer. And then for garland, I'm going to use, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the silver, but it's a silver and also an iridescent type of garland for the tree. And I'm going to use blue crystal snowflakes. Started with my clear ones with the beaded sequences on them. I think they're very, very pretty. And I put those all around the middle and the bottom of the tree because they are the largest. Now I'm going to go into my plastic iridescent beaded, and I'm going to add those in and through the middle and the top. So for me, I like to use floral wire on my Christmas balls. It gives a more sturdier hold. When you put it on the tree, you don't have to worry about it falling off if you bump into the tree. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to watch a movie and take all my balls and put the floral wire on them. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what style I want to do. I love the clear balls on the tree. I really like this ribbon here. The darker blue ribbon is what I'm kind of iffy about. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. It's gonna be a lot of white in the tree. And then the accent color is going to be filled with blues, like a very soft aqua blue. There is a very powder blue also, but they also go with the crystals that hang over the tree. So you can see, like, right here is a very aqua one, and back there is a more of a blue one. So I'm trying to figure out the balance. It's definitely going to be some gold in the tree. I don't know how much gold, but we're going to do some gold, silver. I think that's it. I think I'm going to do gold, silver, white and blue, and aqua, and clear. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to figure it out because I always do. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add ribbon to the tree. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna use the sheer. I'm gonna use the 1-inch blue, and I'm going to make spirals out of them. All you do is grab it, roll it into a little circle, and then you just roll it down like this and get it into a circle. You make it as long as you want to make it, and then after you get it all done and rolled up, you crush it, just not really hard, but just to form the circle shape, and then you have a spiral, and you'll hang it on your tree. Now I'm gonna go and make 648 million of these and more of the blue ones, and go put them on this tree. So I'm changing the color of the lights on the tree. I like the warm lights better than the bright white because the bright white looks blue to me. So the tree already came pre-lit, and it has a colored section of lights and white lights, warm white lights. So what I did was I went to my storage unit and I got my fairy lights. I believe this is a 300 count of fairy lights. And I went into the back of the tree that's less decorated, and I'm stuffing clusters of lights on each side of the trunk of the tree. And that's another reason why I wired all my ornaments into my tree, because if I had to go in and change anything, you know, I'm not going to be knocking things down, and it's not going to be falling off the tree because it's wired in. The tree all decorated and done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it back under. I have everything on smart plugs. So now I have to slide her under the ceiling treatment without hitting it because it comes down pretty low. Okay. Perfect. And now all I have to do is add my tree skirt under, and I have to hide all the cords, of course, in the Wi-Fi box. I'm gonna cover everything up with the box, and it's empty at the bottom. And I'm gonna just put it over all the wires. This cord is for my vacuum. I need this, and this is the only place I can plug it, but it will hide over here for the time being. And now all I have to do is add a Christmas skirt under the tree. I have this sheet of fake snow. I'm gonna stuff this under first because I have cardboard under my tree, so I can slide it in and out easily. And I'm gonna stuff this under to hide the cardboard first. And then I'm gonna add my tree skirt around it, which is a very fluffy tree skirt. This is the tree skirt, and it's round. It has 2 tabs where you can come and conjoin it together. But I'm gonna leave it open so that I can use, and I have 3 of these. I can use it the way I want to use it without attaching it together. So I'm gonna wrap it around, starting from this edge over here. I'm gonna pull it under. And then I'm gonna take the second one. I'm gonna bring this around. Remember, everything on the tree is wired, so it's okay if I hit a few ornaments because they're not going anywhere. Okay. So we have that around, and then we take the third, and I'm gonna put it in front of the present. So I did like a boa effect that goes up into a beautiful wrap gift. I was going to eventually move the stand out, but I decided to keep it in because I felt like something over here needed height, because everything over here was so low and I didn't have that much wrapping paper. I didn't want to make 6,000 gifts over here wrapped in one corner. So to give it some height, I just added an extra tree skirt and added a beautiful wrapped gift on the top. So that is it for the tree, but we still have more videos to come. We have wreaths and garlands and table decor, all the good stuff coming. So please make sure you hit the bell notifications, because I'm not sure which day I'm gonna post, but it'll be in a few days or maybe 2 days or something like that. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and have a Merry Christmas.
It's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. It's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.